And welcome back to the PSB Real Deal in the Ville, Session 2. Marcus Burnett, appreciate you joining us here on Prospects Nation TV, powered by the SUV. This matchup is going to feature Best Choice United taking on Team St. Louis. Best Choice representing the Hoosier State. They're in Indiana. Team St. Louis White, you guessed it. Show Me State. The two Midwest representatives here in this matchup. In our webcast prior to this one, it was Phoenix Elite Rudd with the victory. And we have tipped off. Team St. Louis with the first possession. They missed the layup. Going to be pulled out of there by Tyasha Harris. A player you'll want to keep your eye on as this game continues. Harris for three, in and out. Working hard on the glass, earning her trip to the free throw line. It's going to be number 44. That's Kaylin Kaufman. Kaufman with the offensive rebound. Harris missed that first three-pointer. She's a player that can score, but also her defensive ability is something that you'll notice throughout this game. One of the better defenders in the country. First free throws off the mark by Kaufman. Second one on the way, in and out. Team St. Louis with the rebound. To the cup, Money in the Bank, number 12. That's Renita Dixon. Dixon out of Lutheran North. She gets Team St. Louis on the board. Kaufman, another look at it. This time it's good to go. We're tied at 2. Here's Harris coming the other way. Drops it off. And the finish, number 10. It's Caitlin Gilbert. Gilbert with the deuce. Harris with the assist. 4-2, Best Choice. So we've got the makings of a good one here. Up top trying to get it inside. Grilling kicks it out. Here's a three-pointer on the way. No good. Offensive rebound. Trying to weave it through two defenders there was number 2, Andrene Walsh. Unable to get it to go. Here's Gilbert trying to go coast to coast. Mission accomplished. Caitlin Gilbert with the bucket. Gilbert out of Heritage Christian there in Indianapolis, as we're going to get a timeout. Going to get a timeout here. We're taking a look at a couple Prospects Nation TV instant replays as you see that Team St. Louis huddle. There you see her calling for it. That's number 12, Renita Dixon. Gets the assist in there and gets the bucket just in the nick of time. Strong take to the rack. There. Another fast choice. You see the extension. Gilbert. She's been active earlier in this one. So score 6-2. Just over 14 minutes left to play here in the first half. Here's a three-pointer on the way there. No good by Dixon. So it'll go back over. To Best Choice. Harris turning the corner, gets to the third level. Foul, she'll have to go to the line to earn her 2. Offensive rebound. Pieces are going to be picked up there by number 21 for Best Choice. That's Emily Sullivan, the EBA Super 64 camper. Nice rebound and finish there. Good take to the rack. Renita Dixon. Not the first time I've said her name. Pretty sure it will not be the last. Silky smooth layup there. She's got the speed and ability to finish as well. Troxel with it now, gets it over to Dixon. Dixon. Gonna be last touch by Best Choice. It'll go to Team St. Louis. Nice jumper there along the baseline. That's number 42. It's Kaylin Troxel. The reverse, being tipped around, pulled out of there by Walsh. Walsh in attack. Line there, that's Dixon. Underneath the Dixon for Team St. Dixon. Indication. The second free throw splashes. Best Choice set up wide open in the corner. In and out there for number 25. Get it into Harris. Harris lines up a three-pointer, too strong on the shot. Team St. Louis with the rebound. Madison Grilling. Grilling over to Walsh. Here's Troxel. Troxel just knocked down a jumper along the baseline. Can't get that one to go from just inside the top of the key. Here's Gilbert, already has a coast-to-coast finish. Gets him with the float game here. (7-11) is your score. Walsh trying to get the step, spinning, has it knocked out of there by Sullivan. Sullivan with the block. Trying to go after another one. She can test that one, but it's a mid-range knockdown for Grilling. Madison gets her first points of the game, makes it 9-11, coming right back the other way there. It's another one for Gilbert. He makes it 13-9. That one's just short. Ball thrown ahead to Harris. Harris drops the dime. It's partially blocked. Good job of getting back on defense, but reinforced with number 34, that Zion. TV. Instant replays while we wait for that. Talked about Renita Dixon, a player to watch. She's going to show you why here as she turns the corner. If you're looking at the back of my jersey, it's way too late. Layup drill for Dixon. She's had a solid start so far here in this one. Prospects Nation TV instant replay, and you got Dixon on one side. We talked about Harris, but you do not want Gilbert either. Eve Nash. Gilbert off. 15-9 is your score. 10 minutes, 35 seconds left to play here in the first half. Dixon, good on the free throw. Team St. Louis to within 5. She splits the pair, misses the second. Here's Harris. Harris kicks it to the corner. That three is off the mark. Gilbert with the offensive rebound. Fouled as she tried to pull that one out. That 2-pointer's off the mark there by Kendall Spears. Working hard to get it back. Jump ball tie up there between Spears and number 24. Got to get a couple teams for you. '24 is Terry. Still a 15-10 game. Here's a 3-pointer on the way. That one's off the mark. Long rebound. Best choice just going to let it sail out of bounds. By the way, number 24, last name is Terry. As per the score sheet there. No, not given a first name, so apologies for that. Stepping through. Nice finish there for Tayashi. Harris makes it a 7-point advantage. Checking back into the game. Naya Peoples there in the corner. So we'll have a timeout. We'll take a look at this Tyasha Harris move as we go into the timeout. See her step through multiple defenders, protect the ball, and finish using that athleticism. See the Team St. Louis huddle there. We'll take a short break and be back with more Best Choice versus Team St. Louis here at the PSB Real Deal in the Ville, Session 2. Back out of the timeout. Best Choice has the ball and the lead so far with 9 minutes, 9 seconds, and counting left to play here in the first half. It's Harris with the ball up top. Decides to take a deep three, and she's fouled on the play. It's Asia Blackwell committing the foul.
Zion, you and Kimber run an X on the zone. High post the short corner, run the X.
Don't want to foul a three-point shooter, period. But when you look at Tyasha Harris, talented player, her ability to score the ball from three-point land is something that she can do, but it's definitely the lesser of two evils versus her being able to attack the rim. But you don't want to foul any three-point shooter. With Harris, you can live with her taking that shot, especially a good 3-4 feet behind the three-point line. But obviously, Asia Blackwell wasn't trying to foul intentionally, just came out a little too far trying to contest it. Subbing back into the game is number 10, Caitlin Gilbert. Tyasha Harris has a seat. Renita Dixon, now she's guarded by Gilbert. Taken away by Peoples, good defense. Peoples pushing it the other way, taking it right against Dixon and laying it in. Nice play by Peoples. Leads now 12 points. Dixon. She's going to have to be aggressive over the next couple of minutes. Best Choice senses a little bit of vulnerability on the side of Team St. Louis right now. They're not really seeing the ball go through as much. Meanwhile, Best Choice and some of the pieces on this squad are getting rolling. Count that triple for number 23, Deshauna Harper. Now a 15-point lead. Ball is bouncing around. Best Choice trying to get it out of there successfully. It's still squirming, but they're able to come away with it. Here's Harper, just knocked down a three. Here she's trying to get a deuce to go with it, and does so successfully. Got the last 5 points for Best Choice, and we're going to get a timeout. Best Choice has stretched it out to a 17-point advantage. You got Tyasha Harris. Being Tyasha Harris, you got a great start from Caitlin Gilbert. But a solid cluster of talent here on this Best Choice team. As you see that one dialed up by Deshauna Harper. Harper comes back right after that three. Gets the steal and finishes on the other end with the layup as well. Team St. Louis in need of a response here. Got to play team ball, but I think you really have to look at Renita Dixon, number 12, and number 2, Andrene Walsh, really being catalysts from that guard position, being aggressive, picking their spots, and helping with the scoring, but also getting others involved. Team St. Louis is going to feed off of those two. I'll look to see how they respond after that timeout. Dixon gets it to Walsh. Walsh with the jumper. Can't get the bounce. Dixon, nice pass inside, and it's finished by number 14, Asia Blackwell. So there you see it. Blackwell makes the bucket. That was the assist by Dixon. But working hard and getting the second chance bucket is Allison Rafe. Makes it 29-12. Strong move inside. That's Janelle Randall out of North County Tech. Brings him back to within 15. Good take there. Silky smooth by Tyasha Harris. Like the past couple possessions on the offensive end for Team St. Louis. Talked about Dixon and Walsh having to be more aggressive. On that first play out of the timeout where Asia Blackwell scored, it was a nice little mid-range jumper by Walsh. It didn't fall, but they were able to get the offensive rebound, and that possession there was more activity and more productivity than they had had on their previous 6 or 7 possessions. That's an example of how more opportunities will open up for them to be able to score the ball as Dixon and Walsh attack. Hey, 31-16 is your score. 5 minutes, 35 seconds and counting. That jumper in and out. Nice rebound by Blackwell. Blackwell maybe trying to do a little too much with it there. Has it knocked away. Here's Gilbert. Gilbert can't get the roll. Another offensive rebound inside. The reverse attempt is blocked. Nice defense there by Troxel, but it's given right back. And Best Choice cashes in. Side to Walsh. Walsh kicks it out top. Blackwell's going to try a three. Good shot. Makes it 19-33. Blackwell. Losing that ball on that last possession, comes back and gets you 3 points. Harris kicks it to the corner. That three-point attempt is too strong. Walsh with the rebound. Talk about covering some ground. That's a prime example of what Harris can do. Let's take a look back at that play. You see this rebound here is not a score, but you see Harris there at the bottom of your screen. Anticipate that pass is coming and able to get back there and close the gap. You saw that point she started at, now she was able to close in. Kick back out. Now they'll attack the inside. Versatility shown there by number 35. That's Bree Bowles. Number 35 makes it 35 points on the scoreboard for best choice. 16-point advantage. Gilbert. Bowles calling for it. Trying to get that one inside to Gilbert. It's going to be poked away and saved. Nice defense there by Madison Grilling. That one's blocked. Number 44, Kaylin Kaufman on the block. Good shot there. Gathered herself, elevated, and was able to knock down that jumper along the baseline. That's Guild for Team St. Louis. Harris kicks it to the corner. Too strong on the three-point attempt. Blackwell tries to save it, but unable to do so successfully. Checking back into the game is number 21, Emily Sullivan. Harris jumps up. No need to come back down. Scores that one off the inbound. Driving baseline. Partially cut off by Gilbert. She gets a hand on that ball. Sullivan gets it over to her. Pulls up. Gets that bounce. Makes it 21-39. Janelle Randall picks it over along the baseline. That one is off the mark. You wonder how long Renita Dixon will sit for Team St. Louis. That one's off the mark, rebound by Kaufman. Here's a pull-up jumper. Ronshausen. It's off the mark. Peoples coming the other way, weaving through white jerseys. Drops it off. The shot no good. Sullivan fighting for the rebound. She can't get it. But Kaufman does, and Kaufman will go to the line. 1 minute, 11 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's been all best choice. Team St. Louis hasn't been able to get much momentum going. Checking back into the game, number 12, Renita Dixon, number 14, Asia Blackwell, and number 24, that's Terry. Checking in for best choice, number 15. Kendall Spears, number 35. Bree Bowles checking back in. Zion Sanders back in also. That's a good shot for Team St. Louis, just wouldn't fall for them. Sanders drops it off. Running the floor is number 35, Bree Bowles. Dixon has it knocked out of bounds. Lead has gotten away from Team St. Louis, and you want to claw back, get into this game. Either way, you want to compete in front of this college culture. Nice spin. That's Kendall's 24-point game. Best Choice United leading. Team St. Louis has had different spurts.
Is that how you ran the court?
But haven't been able to close the gap. Meanwhile, Best Choice United has been able to get Caitlin Gilbert going. She had a good cluster of their points early on. Tyasha Harris making her usual contributions, but then you've also got good team ball. Plays from Emily Sullivan, Caitlin Kaufman, Deshauna Harper. Just a total team effort here so far for Best Choice. For Team St. Louis, they're going to need some big second halves from Renita Dixon and Renee Walsh. But it's Best Choice coming out and running that first possession to perfection and getting a score as a result. Nice look by Blackwell, pass intended for Troxel. But it's stolen away. The seeing eye pass. Harris with the dime. Shot's no good. Here's Walsh. Too strong on the layup. Good job of running the floor. And finishing, Caitlin Kaufman. Your post players can get a good... Every game, if you run the floor consistently, there's always a cluster of points that's available for post players. Always. Kaufman, a prime example of that there on that last possession, getting the bounce. On the baby jumper there is Dixon. Three-pointer knocked down right there in front of the Best Choice bench. That was number 25, Allison Reef. Here's Blackwell. Pass inside. Mishandled by Troxel. Harris. Best Choice with a 3-on-2 break. Fakes the defender in and drops it off to right. That unselfishness got best choice off to a good start, picking right up where they left off here in the second half. Take another look at that last play. We got a timeout by best choice, but as Harris realizing she had 3-on-2, sells that she's gonna pull up. Instead, was just trying to get the defense in to her direction so she can drop it off to Allison Rife. Rife acknowledges the dime, and best choice continues to roll here in the second half. We look at another Prospects Nation TV instant replay. You see Kaufman running the floor, nice pass ahead. I think that was Rafe that got the assist on that one. But the post players got to be able to run the floor consistently, get up and down throughout the course of a game, but you must reward them. They did there on that last play for Kaufman. We're going to have a foul here that's going to send number 3, Madison Grilling, to the line.
Feed her to the spot. Move those feet. Hey, you may have to jam her a little bit. Hey, get up in her, slow her down a little bit.
Grilling good on the free throw. Second one's good as well. It's 54-27. Blackwell wrestles that rebound out of there. Now she's trying to push. She had Gilbert and Harris in hot pursuit of that one. Blackwell with the strong rebounders. She's been fighting on the boards this whole game. Sometimes you got to just get it to your guards. Here's Caitlin Gilbert. Over to Rife. Pass inside. Blocked initially. Kaufman can't get her follow-up attempt to go. Now they get it to Dixon. Dixon takes the jumper. Nice contest there by Kaufman. Rife cuffs the ball. Can't get that shot to go. That one's blocked on the inside by Gill. Now here's Blackwell. Spins to avoid Harris and finishes. Asia Blackwell with the nice play. I was talking with Brandon Clay on one of our webcasts a couple days ago just about the ability to compete even when a game might not be going your way from a team standpoint. Nice three-pointer. Knocked down there. That's number 30, Adea Moore. Moore out of Riverview Gardens. But even when the score might be lopsided, you want to be able to represent yourself and your team well out there by continuing to compete. Whether you come back and close the gap or not. You know, there are instances where players get offers, you know, even in a loss. Had Brianna Locke out of the Georgia area, plays for EOTO Black. You can see some of their SUV TV archives over the past week, but she got 2 offers out of a 30-point loss just because of the way that she played and the talent she was able to show, even in a losing effort. Blackwell with the three-pointer there. She's had a couple plays that have been noteworthy over the past few minutes. The spin and finish against Harris. Knocked down the three-pointer, but there you see Emily Sullivan with the bucket, the ABA Super 64 camper, doing her part as well. Blackwell good on the first free throw. Talked about the post players running the floor. There you see the nice touch, facing up. Getting that one to go off the window. Emily Sullivan, Timmy Duncan style, using the glass. That shot off the mark. Here's Blackwell. Blackwell with the jumps. Jump step and then powering up. He's going to go to the free throw line. Score 58. To 35. Spinning inside, can't get the shot to go. There, that was Zion Sanders. For best choice. Got the pleasure of being joined on the mic by Brandon Clay. Brandon, a lot of talent on the floor. Best choice, obviously, with the upper hand, but Team St. Louis still playing in front of these college coaches.
Well, no doubt. Team St. Louis played great earlier. They were playing a 1 o'clock game. Haven't been able to find that same rhythm, but you look at Blackwell for them, just a 19. Noodle Hayward there. I mean, they just have so much talent in terms of where this group is going. Holloway, Tony Condra, George Merritt, right on cue, there's Blackwell. I mean, they're good. And they've done a great job with this group of talent. Dixon, number 12. And then obviously best choice, the talent speaks for itself. Harris, a kid that very well could be, on the McDonald's list, definitely will be on the watch list, but in terms of being in that game next year, have her in the top 20 in the country per prospectsnation.com. So a lot of talent on the floor for both sides, no question.
I just referred to the conversation we had on Prospects Nation a couple days ago, talking about Brianna Locke and how she was able to pick up 2 offers in a lopsided loss for her team. And it's almost as soon as I started mentioning that, Blackwell has really stepped up her play over the past couple minutes.
Listen, man, let me tell you something. You've got Georgia, North Carolina, Notre Dame, St. John's, Michigan State, Florida State, Purdue. Anytime you have the opportunity to play in front of those schools, it doesn't matter win, lose, or draw what the outcome is. You got to come out and you got to play. And for most of these schools, this is their first opportunity to see Blackwell play, but it won't be their last.
And we're seeing Blackwell play well, and really a big reason why that deficit has been cut down to 14. So Team St. Louis not going away quietly. Blackwell's had a good stretch, and number 12, Renita Dixon, is a player that can get some spurts going as well.
Oh, great move there by people. Shot doesn't go in, but the skill set, another kid in the 19 class, skill set to stop, wait on the defender to fly by, and then pull up. She was great at EBA Super 64 camp in June. I thought her energy, tempo, pace, and just her presence really led the way during the underclass session, and look forward to having her back for All-American camp in September.
Choice stealing it, trying to come the other way. SWAT team called by Andre Walsh. She smacks that. Blackwell gets it ahead to Moore. Moore with the finish.
Well, and that's kind of what you saw, like that possession, and you see slowly but surely paced by Blackwell. You're watching St. Louis try to cut into this thing, but that's what we saw from them in the first game. I thought on paper, obviously, is the one who makes the matchups, right? You don't want to make matchups that are 30, 35 spots. Definitely thought we would see this type of output from the St. Louis group, and it's starting to happen. It just took them a minute to get going, but still plenty of time, Marcus.
You see this Prospects Nation TV instant replay. Blackwell crosses the defender over, Now goes in finishing, opposite hand.
That's a move for veterans right there. This kid hasn't seen a day of high school. And not to mention the fact that she hit that trail three, some possessions ago coming off of a move. A lot of talent there. This is a kid that we're going to talk about for years to come.
This could be a comeback that we'll talk about for events to come, as they were once down 20-plus points. They pulled to within 12, 8 minutes, 41 seconds left to go. Plenty of game left.
No question. And, we talked about, just the college coaches are here. You got Wisconsin has been on hand here, Nebraska, Iowa, Alabama. It's just been a great run. And to see kids like Blackwell is why you come out. Indiana head coach Terry Morin in here. Talked about Michigan State, their head coach Susie Merchant. So a great opportunity for kids to shine.
Turning the corner. No good on the shot. It's Rebowls. Blackwell pulls it out of there. Now she's looking to push. She's focused on a mission and going to the free throw line. Asia Blackwell not playing any games here. Tyasha Harris and Caitlin Gilbert set to check in the next dead ball for best choice.
Well, good move out from an offensive standpoint. You're going to get your two most consistent backcourt kids back into this game as St. Louis tries to make this run. Also get out of the Reef back in the game. But, definitely a good time to be able to do that here as you get to the 8-minute mark. Want to make sure that you've got all your weapons on the floor and you're ready to go.
Figuratively speaking, Blackwell coming out all guns blazing. Pulls them to within 10 points there with those two free throws. Now Harris has it, guarded by Walsh.
Well, Harris has been fantastic today as a distributor. She's made the game easier for her teammates. I talked about, McDonald's postseason game and also put herself on the Naismith watch, and her ability to get downhill, to get into passing lanes, or create passing lanes, and angles for her teammates.
Blackwell picks up the ball, passes it ahead, gets the assist. Janelle Randall with the finish. And we've got a single-digit deficit.
Well, and if you're Tony Contra, George Merritt, and then on the other side, Marlon Wright, his staff, this is why you come to these events. You want to make sure, great move there by Emily Sullivan. We'll get back to her in a second, Marcus. But you want to make sure that your kids have the opportunity to play in front of Stephen Peck, Jonathan Hemingway, Mercedes Wetmore, Chris Hansen, Kyle Moore, all people on various voting committees, the ProspectsNation.com ranking committee. It's just a great opportunity in addition to all these power schools that are in the building.
Finish on the inside, that's Dixon. Steal by Blackwell, ahead to Renita Dixon. Dixon with the finish.
Oh, that finish is crazy. I wish I had something more articulate to say, but that's about all I got on that one. That's awesome.
That finish, that was how she started the game off. Expected more of that aggression or that activity in the middle of the game, but now she's trying to turn it back on in a very crucial time.
Well, the game is so interesting from a momentum perspective and the ebb and the flow of the game. No lead is safe when you're playing a team that can score the basketball. And Team St. Louis obviously is a team with the capability to score the basketball. It'll be interesting to see if they isolate Blackwell some. In addition to the fact now that they got Dixon going, you got two kids that can make a play at any given moment.
Renita Dixon talked about her and Blackwell, as well as Andrew Walsh being key to any comeback chance that they would have. Those two have been big. Blackwell's going to take a breather, so note that here at the 6 minute 17-second mark.
Well, and that's a good time for the blow, in my opinion, in that regard. You want to do that to be able to get her back around that 4.5, 5 minute mark. It won't be long.
Harris with the steal, goes behind the back. Walsh gets another behind the back to avoid Walsh and gets the bounce. Tyasha Harris.
One of our lead EBA trainers, also our JUCO Roundup coordinator, Christian Simmons, sitting here at the production table. The same head nod that I've got. You see Adrian Penland, both of them just shaking their head in disbelief at what's going on here. Harris's ability to consistently get down the floor and make plays throughout the day. Not only this game, but also in a great matchup with EOTO and India Banks earlier today.
Walsh off the mark on the shot. Here's Gilbert. She was a spark plug early on. Can't get that shot to go. Grilling with the rebound. Kicks into Grilling. Grilling, that's a wide open jumper. Knocks it down as such.
That's a good shot. You need kids that can make open shots, point blank. When you get kids like Dixon, Blackwell, and you see right here at the 5-minute mark, Blackwell going back in, that's good coaching. But you need some kids that can come in and make some shots. Actually, they're going to keep Blackwell on the bench a little bit longer. Looked like she was set to check in. They sent her back to the bench there. She immediately goes back to the water bottle, man. It's been a good day for her so far.
And one there for Caitlin Gilbert.
That's a great move there from Gilbert. You know, it's interesting because Gilbert's not the dynamic ball handler that Harris is. But in a lot of ways, they are the perfect 2-1, 1-2, 1.5 to 1.5 complement to each other in terms of how they play, style of play, and pace.
Misses the free throw, but they pass it inside, and that's Allison Rafe with the and one.
Well, it's been interesting to watch. I remember Allie as a youngster coming to EBA Super 64 camp. This was probably 3 summers ago over at Swanee Sports Academy. And just to see not only her frame grow, but her game grow along with it has been great. And you see the smooth release there on the free throw.
Now a 55 to 67 game. As Blackwell will check in for the next dead ball. Got a little bit of hydration. Turn around, look at the scoreboard. Okay, it's go time. Walsh can't get the bounce. Wrestling away for the rebound. And she'll pull it back out. 2 offensive rebound and 1 possession there for Walsh. Here's Dixon. Thought about that 3 for a second. Guarded by Gilbert. Walsh. Team St. Louis taking their time here. They want to get a good shot, but time not on their side. Walsh tries a 3-pointer off the mark. Harris kicks it to the corner, now gets it back. Guarded by Grilling. Three minutes, 48 seconds and counting. 12-point game.
Well, and this is where they become so difficult. Harris is such a tough cover. So now you got to come out and you got to play her to try to get the ball to her hands. But at any moment she can get downhill, and if she gets downhill and that second line in there waiting, you got a problem on your hands.
Exhibit A there on that bucket makes it 55 to 69. Ran a good 30, 40 seconds off the clock, then gets the deuce. Now Harris will bring it up, guarded by Walsh. Gets the step on Walsh, kicks it over to Sullivan. Sullivan has it knocked away. And we get a timeout called there. We take a look at a Prospects Nation TV instant replay. You see Blackwell with the steal there. Going to get it ahead to Renitha Dixon. Blackwell and Dixon were on a very good run. As they brought this team back into this game, Best Choice has responded.
Well, what happens is when you play a team like Best Choice with so many weapons, you can't afford to dig yourself a 2-run hole. What I mean by that is 7 or 8 points is a run. Well, they dug themselves a 2-run hole at 16. So now you're trying to climb out of that. So you make the initial run to get the game back into 1-run territory. It's hard to make a second run. Now you're going to see Harris push the basketball in transition, and this is what makes it so difficult. Change of direction, quick knockdown, and it takes away the momentum of your run. St. Louis was pushing them at that point. Harris did what we call deadening the run. You effectively end the run with a single tough basket, and that's exactly what she did there.
We have resumed play. Both teams continuing to play hard. Blackwell dives on the ground to get that one. And it'll be last touch by Team St. Louis. Best Choice's ball. Right to inbound. Best Choice just putting the ball in Harris's hands, letting her initiate things. Now they get it to Gilbert. patient, running some clock. There's a Kaufman jumper.
And that's exactly what I was saying earlier, Marcus, is Kaufman, is that shot. Harris makes everyone on the team better when she makes plays like that. She gets downhill and scores. Well, now you have to respect her scoring ability. Now she gets downhill and she can pass because that second line is aware that she's driving. I talked about if the second line isn't there waiting on her. Well, that time the second line waits on her, and Kaufman does her job, steps out to the short corner, knocks down the jumper.
Pushes the lead to 16. We're under the 2-minute mark. Grilling.
That's a tough shot there. Did we use that penetration there downhill, get into the lane, pull up, and knock down the jumper? Now you see him trying to body up Ty Harris and play 4-on-4, but like I said, the perfect 1.5 to 1.5 combo. Now you play 4-on-4 and you take Harris out of the game. Now it's time for Gilbert to get busy and her to get downhill. Second line there, but second line doesn't impact or change the shot. She's going to finish that.
Harris with the rebound. Pass to Kaufman. Kaufman able to corral it in.
She threw that 40 feet. She threw that 40 feet on a rope, man. That's, you know, the term I like to use there is visual execution. You know, it's one thing to be able to be athletic and to be able to make a play, but to be able to visually see what's coming, maybe even before it's open, and then execute it the way that Harris just did is the reason why players are able to be successful as they continue to move up levels. That's a big-time pass there from Ty Harris.
Couple subs checking back in for best choice, number 15, Kendall Spears, and number 23, Deshauna Harper. Zion Sanders seeing some more action as well. Dixon gonna try the three-pointer off the mark. Approaching the final 30 seconds or so of this one. Pass dropped off. Count it. Zion Sanders.
That's a heck of a play there from Harper to once again to get down the floor. They've done such a great job of making decisions on whether to shoot it or pass it based on where the second line is. That's just another example.
Sanders makes the free throw. Playing defense to the final buzzer. His best choice is Peoples comes up with the steal. Harper not done attacking as that one stripped away by Grilling. Ball's loose. Dixon picks it up. 5 seconds to work with. And that is going to do it. It is a 76 to 61 victory for best choice. In closing, we take a look at Tyasha Harris.
So you see her get downhill, and you understand why we talk about the fact that she's in the elite 25, also with an opportunity to be maybe even a 2-game All-American, making plays like that to help best choice secure the win.
Marcus Burnett signing off for Brandon Clay. Thanks for watching PSB Real Deal, Session 2.